Do you remember how you told me once that you were ashamed of being Jewish?
A chosen people. Chosen for what? This?
We've suffered before and it's only made us stronger. One day people will look up to us. One day people will look up to us. Cup to us. Cup to us. Freedom, truth, and right. That's my father's motto.
Yo, break it down, dedicate this to Anne Frank. Work and hope. Work and hope. Ayy, 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 work and hope. Work and hope. Ayy, 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 work and hope. Work and hope. Work and hope. Ayy, 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 work and hope. Work and hope. Ayy, work and hope. Ayy, all we gotta do is work and hope. You have to look both ways for the truth to grow. All we gotta do is work and hope. You have to look both ways for the truth to grow. All you gotta do is work with what you found. You gotta live 9 lives if you stake it out. All you gotta do is work with what you found. You gotta live 9 lives if you stake it out. How can we live with all this distortion? It's messed up the world in the broader portion. How can we live with all this distortion? It's messed up the world in the broader portion. Why did you accuse me of that? Why did you create a situation that caused me to sway? That just ain't okay. I had to leave class and be put on display by sending messages I didn't want to send. I couldn't just stay there and play pretend. Can't live in the past, only the future. You say I can't relate to answer, just a sort of creaser. The end of the beginning or the beginning of the end? Freedom, truth, and right. The hand to lend when all love is blown and you're all alone. The only thing you can do is just live and hope. All we gotta do is work and hope. You have to look both ways for the truth to grow. All we gotta do is work and hope. You have to look both ways for the truth to grow. All you gotta do is work with what you found. You gotta live 9 lives if you stake it out. All you gotta do is work with what you found. You gotta live 9 lives if you stake it out. I remember when I was a kid and you told me that great story about the 2 Paulas, how they're always there, the good and the bad, choose which one to be. Being a teen means you have to hide your true self, the good and the decent side. You're scared to show them who you really are. Good Paul's not strong enough, come from afar. You said you were ashamed of being into the chosen people, the marginalized youth. You say that one day people will look up to us if any of us are left, and not just because you're Anne Frank, but also because you showed them your strength. You don't play pretend, the only thing you care about is being friends. So now the question is, how can we live with all of this distortion? It's messing up the world in the broader portion. How can we live with all of this distortion? It's messing up the world in the broader portion. How can we live with all of this distortion? It's messing up the world in the broader portion. How can we live with all of this distortion? It's messing up the world in the broader portion. Dehumanization, genocidal creation, curiosity or connection will take you in a different direction. It leaves marks on the soul, where it comes from, where it flows, where it goes, nobody knows. The fires affect the eternal blows that were crows into the everlasting hole. Connections that you didn't keep, and maybe you will if they refuse to reach. Listening to the creek and the bird, the sound that I would have never heard. Who said that you forgot about birds? Cause you're sick, being forced into a third world, leading into the still through the popping pill. Colonial damage and the ongoing kill keeps dividing the youth and the evanescent truth. The sound escapes that internal space where the judgment lies for the hands you aim. Distortion, distortion, yeah, distortion, distortion, yeah, distortion, distortion, yeah, distortion, distortion, yeah. We know the lines will divide us and hope will unite us. We know the lines will divide us and hope will unite us. We know the lines will divide us and hope will unite us. Hope will unite us. Hope will unite us. We know the lines will divide us and hope will unite us. We know the lines will divide us and hope will unite us. We know the lines will divide us and hope will unite us. Hope will unite us. Hope will unite us. Perpetual amnesia. Perpetual amnesia. Perpetual amnesia. Perpetual amnesia. Keep away from the 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 perpetual amnesia. How can we live with all of this distortion? It's messing up the world in the broader portion. Oh, how can we live all of this distortion? Semester the world in the broader course. Now how can we live with all of this distortion? Semester the world in the broader course. No, how can we live with all of this distortion? Semester the world in the broader course. Yeah, how can we live with all of this distortion? Semester the world in the broader course. How can we live with all of this distortion? Semester the world in the broader course. No, how can we live?
I prayed. Did you? I wouldn't have blamed God if he didn't listen. I never used to give him a thought. But he was watching us. I know it. He's always watching the Jews.